Good morning, everyone. Let's just take a breath for a moment. Just sit and relax for a moment and think about your intention for this class. Think about why you're here today and give yourself thanks for taking this hour just for you. Our theme this month has been mercy at the congregation, and so I've been talking about forgiveness. And when we talk about forgiveness in the yogic sense, it's an important part of yoga tradition, and it's about letting go of the grudges you carry, of all the resentments you harbor, so that you're letting go rather than carrying the burden. If somebody else did something harmful to you, they're just fine. They're going about their business, but you're carrying around that resentment, and that's what we need to let go. That's the forgiveness. Letting it go. And you do that by forgiving them in the sense that they can no longer cause you harm. You're above that. So with that in mind, close your eyes, come inside, and focus on your breath. And begin to deepen your breath. Fill your lungs up to capacity. Hold that fullness for a count of 2, and then exhale long and slowly, very slowly. And when you're completely empty of breath, hold the emptiness for a count of 2 and continue with that cycle. Imagine that when you are taking that breath and then holding it in, you're thinking about what you need to let go of, so that when your exhale comes, you completely let it go and hold the emptiness, hold that emptiness. And continue at your own pace with that cycle. Inhale, hold for 2, exhale, hold for 2, letting go. Return to your natural breath. And after your next exhale, open your eyes. Bring your hands alongside your hips. Walk your right hand away, palm on the mat or on the floor. Left arm alongside left ear. Use your right hand on the floor to encourage both hips to stay firmly on the mat. Your left arm is stretching, your fingers reaching away to stretch your left side body. Bend your right elbow to bring your shoulder away from your ear to release your neck. On an inhale, you're going to place your left hand and exhale down forward of your right knee. And then bring your right hand in parallel. So you're looking over your right knee. You're looking forward with straight arms. Inhale, and then bend your elbows and fold on an exhale. Inhale, straight arms. Exhale, bend and fold. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, hold. Slide your hands towards your knee, left hand on right knee, right arm behind you. Look over your right shoulder. Using your right arm as support for your mountain spine. Feel the twist in your middle, waking up your whole digestive system and strengthening your core. Inhale, both arms alongside your ears. Exhale to center. Bring your arms down alongside your body. Let's do that on the other side. Walk your left hand away. Bend your elbow. Right arm stretches to the left. Inhale, and then exhale your right hand forward of your left knee. Arms come to parallel. Straight arms look forward. Try to keep a nice flat back. Inhale, and then exhale, bend your elbows and fold. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, hold those straight arms. Then slide your hands towards your knee, right hand on left knee, twist to look over your left shoulder. Remember to lengthen your spine, do that on the inhale, and see if you can twist a little more once you're empty of breath. Bring both arms alongside your ears. Twist back to center on an exhale. Bring your arms down alongside your hips. Extend your legs, shake them out. Rotate them, so roll from side to side. You want to get your hip creasers, right, nice and flexible. All right. Bring the soles of your feet together. Put your hands onto your shins. And we're going to do cats and dogs to work our spine to make it more fluid. So Inhale, bend your elbows, send your heart forward. Exhale, curl your spine hanging off your long straight arms. Inhale, bend and curve forward. Exhale, curl to the back. Continue at your own pace. Notice where you feel resistance. Notice where it's easier than it used to be. After your next cat spine, pause, and then come to a neutral spine. Release your legs. All right. So we're coming into Dandasana, and in Dandasana, the staff pose, your feet are flexed, your leg muscles are engaged, so pulse them a little bit. Pulse those thigh muscles, pulse all of your leg muscles. And your hands are alongside your hips, your elbows pointed behind you. Inhale, gather. Exhale, bring that energy down to your heart. Inhale, fly out and up. Exhale, hands to your heart in Anjali Mudra. That's the prayer pose, Anjali Mudra. Inhale and exhale. All right. Release. Bring your right knee. Now I'm going to start with the left because I'm still having some trouble with my right knee. So let's start on the left side. Open it out to the side. Arms alongside your ears. Inhale deeply, lengthen your spine, engage your abs, and as you exhale, fold over your extended leg. Any amount, any amount. Look up. Bring your arms alongside your ears and unhinge. Bring your hands down by your hips. Your left hand alongside your left hip. And you can stay here, or if you wish, you can use your right hand like a lever and bring you up on your left shin. And then let your right arm bring you back down. Good. All right. Extend both legs. Bring your right leg in. So my leg's not going to come all the way in because my knee is still a little unhappy with me. I'm working on it. Open your right leg out to the side. Arms alongside your ears. Reach up, get nice and long and tall. Take a big gulp of breath, engage those abs and let that air out as you extend over your left leg. Look up, arms alongside your ears. Get unhinged and bring your arms down by your side. So I am not going to do this on this side, but you might bring your right hand alongside your right hip. Use your left arm as a lever to come up on your right shin. Good. And then bring it down. Extend your legs. So going to spend a little time on our back. So walk your hands back behind you and make your way down to the mat. You're going to bring your feet to the mat. And if at any point anything I say is confusing, stop and look up at the screen. You're going to send your left knee, let it open out to the side. So you're just placing your left leg that's bent on the mat. And you're going to extend your right leg up to the ceiling. Toes, sole of your feet is pointing to the ceiling as if you were stepping on it. On an inhale, you're going to send your leg all the way down towards the mat, your right leg, send it down and let it hover over the mat. On an exhale, you're going to bring it back up. You're going to do that 3 more times, nice and slowly. Bring your leg down, let it hover, bring it up, reaching for the ceiling. One more time. And now you're going to bring your right leg so that you're standing on the ceiling again. So your sole of your right foot is looking at the ceiling. And you're going to now point your toes to the ceiling, like a ballerina dancing on the ceiling. And you're going to make circles with your toe, your big toe. Now they could be little circles. They could be big circles, maybe both. Maybe you go from little to big. So go your full range, make these circles. So our purpose here is to loosen up our hip socket. So you're going to go slowly, especially if anyone has had a hip replacement ever. You're going to take your time and typically you would know what to do. And then you're going to come back to your toes pointing to the ceiling. And then bring the sole of your foot down to the mat. So the sole of your right foot is now on the mat. You're going to open that leg out to the side and send your left leg up to the ceiling. You're standing on the ceiling. So we're going to do 4 leg lifts. So we start inhaling your leg down to hover over the mat, exhaling it up to stand on the ceiling. 3 more times. Inhale. Go at your pace. And pause. All right. So now your toes should be pointing to the ceiling. Ballerina feet. I think we call them ballet dancers now, right? Not ballerinas. All right, and make those circles now. Make the circles with your leg, big circles, little circles. And then come to stillness. Bring your foot back down to the mat. Bring both soles of both feet onto the mat. So now you're going to cross your right leg over your left, just like you were sitting in a chair and you're crossing your legs. And if that's uncomfortable, just put your right ankle on your left thigh. But if it's crossed, keep it there. Your arms are alongside your body, the palms of your hands on the mat. And you're going to use your palms here for stability. You're going to bring your knees to your chest and you're going to bring them down to the mat. Bring them to your chest and bring them down to the mat. Again, bring your knees to your chest, bring them down to the mat. We need an even number. Once more. Uncross your legs. Other side, cross left over right. And I'll let you do this at your own pace. We're going to do this 4 times. Bring our knee into our chest, our knees, and place your right foot on the mat 4 times. And when you're done, you'll uncross and you're going to extend one leg and then the other leg. No, we're not ready for Shavasana, but you're going to take a couple of breaths here. There's a lot of leg work. Bring the soles of your feet to the mat. Send your knees to either side and make your way up to sit. All right. Then when you get up to sit, I'm going to ask you to come onto your hands and knees. So come to table pose when you get there. Yeah. Okay, so your wrists are under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, your arms rotated outwardly. And let's do a couple of cats and dogs in this position. And notice the difference of how it feels from when you're doing it in a seated position. So start with your dog on an inhale. Send your heart forward, your spine curling toward the mat. Exhale, arch your spine to the sky. And keep that going. Inhaling in your dog, exhaling in your cat spine. The next time you're in your cat spine, you're going to pause and come to a child's pose. Do not do what I'm doing. I'm doing what I'm doing because I can't do my full child's pose. So if you happen to be looking at the screen, I'm doing a child's pose variation to protect my knee. You're going to come back up on your hands and knees into table, Barasana. Send your right leg back behind you, your foot, the ball of your right foot on the mat. You're going to lift your right foot. You're going to cross it over your left and place the ball of your right foot outside the mat. All right. You're going to look over your left shoulder to find your right foot. You're going to lift your right foot, cross it back, place it where you started, and then bring your knee down. Let's do that on the other side. Left leg goes back. Lift it, cross the right. Find your foot, look over your right shoulder. Lift your left leg, cross it, place the ball of your foot down, bring your knee down. All right. Step your hands forward, just about a hand's distance forward. And you're going to do circles with your hips. I'm not going to join you for this because of my knee. Well, I'll do it on one side. So you're just circling your hips. And then go in the opposite direction. So pause before you switch directions. I'm going to do that. Okay. And then you'll come to stillness. You're going to turn under your toes, downward facing dog. So you're in this upside down V shape. Your heels are reaching for the mat. Your chest is coming towards your thighs. You're pushing the mat away with your hands. And now we're going to walk our dogs by bending one knee, keeping the other one straight. Ball of your feet on the mat always. And then alternate back and forth, pedaling in place. And then come to stillness, come back to your dog. Bring your knees to the mat. Come up onto your knees. And then bring yourself up to stand. Take your time. Can I borrow your block, please? Thank you. Okay. If you have a block, keep it handy. We're not going to use it just this moment, but in a few minutes we will. You're going to come to your mountain pose. Crown of your head is reaching for the sky. Nice, long and tall. So you're standing erect, but you don't want your chest to come out. You want a neutral spine. Shoulders over hips, hips over ankles, head over heart. Send your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Let your arms fall naturally by your side for your mountain. Gather, inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale once more. And let it go. All right, excellent. All right. So let's bring our arms up overhead. Point your index fingers to the sky. And we're going to do a crescent shape to the right. You can start on the left, doesn't matter. And then release your right hand, or whichever hand is on the bottom, and bring it to your waist, or to your hip is actually better, to your hip. And see if you can't bend maybe a little bit more with the help of your hand on your hip. Bring both arms up to center. Interlace your fingers. Crescent to the other side. And feel this beautiful crescent shape. Release your left hand or your bottom hand and bring it to your hip and stretch maybe a little bit more. Bring both arms straight up overhead. Send Yoga Mudra, your interlaced fingers, behind you. Reach with your knuckles to the mat and open up your heart. Open it up with this lovely back bend. Release your hands. Bring the heels of your hands to your back waist. Your elbows as if they wanted to touch each other. Going back behind you. And continue this back bend and feel the support of your hands here at your lower back. Come to a neutral spine. Release your hands. Bend your knees just a little bit and then straighten them. Bend them a little bit more and straighten them. Come a little bit farther down, straighten. And now come to sit in a chair. Keep your hands on your thighs. So imagine you're sitting in a chair. There's a chair there, but don't sit. All right. And bring your elbows close to your body. And now let's do some cats and dogs here because we did it sitting. We did it on hands and knees. Let's see what the difference is here. If we're more restricted here, send your heart forward, your elbows back behind you. Slide your hands to your knees as you curl your spine behind you. Slide your hands up to the top of your thighs. Heart comes forward. Continue. And then when you're in your cat spine again, pause, straighten your legs and come up to stand. So now block if you have a block. Right. So I'm going to do this with and without the block, so not to worry if you don't. So we're going to do our eagle, right? So you're going to bend your knees. Do not sit all the way yet. So just bend them a little bit and send your arms straight out in front of you. So a couple of ways you can do eagle arms. We're going to work on our arms first. So your knees are just soft right now. So you can cross, we'll start with the right arm over the left. Bend your elbows and bring the backs of your hands together. This may be your eagle arms. So you'll try to get your forearms together, but it doesn't matter if they won't come. Just put the backs of your hands together. Take your thumb and bring it to your third eye, eagle eye. And release it. Now, some of you may be able to wrap your hands. So if you want to do that, go right ahead. So it's elbow over elbow, and then you'll wrap your hands all the way around. Okay? But this is perfectly fine. This is all you need to do. Okay? All right, so those are eagle arms. So now let's work on eagle legs. So I had asked you to bend your knees and then we came out of that. So now you're going to sit in your chair. So I'm going to do it first with the block. So if you have something that resembles a block, it should be stable though. You're going to bend your knees. You're going to come on the ball of your right foot. So the block is outside my left foot. And I'm going to step on that block. And there are my eagle legs. So a pillow would actually work also if you have one handy. And let's do that on the other side. And then I'll show you how to do it without a block at all. Sit in your chair, cross left over right, stepping on that block. Yeah. And uncross, okay. So, do you want your block back? No block at all. You're going to sit in your chair, and this time your hands are going to be outstretched in front of you, palms facing each other. You're going to come on the ball of your right foot, and you're going to step it over your left foot, placing the ball of your foot on the mat, right? If that still is too awkward for you, you'll bend your knees and just place, so you don't have to cross knee over knee. Just place your right foot in front of your left, over to the left, right? So there are many variations we can do here, right? All right, so let's go for it. Oh, no, let's do that on the other side. Sit in your chair, arms out, cross left over right, come on the ball of your foot. And then release. So those are gentle eagles. All right. So let's do a full eagle with our hands, with our arms and our legs. So come to sit in your chair, arms straight out in front. Cross your right leg over your left. Take your time, make sure you're steady. Then your left arm over right to come to your eagle arms. Bring the thumb to your third eye, right between your brows. And maybe you can squat down a little bit. Squat down, squat down. Maybe just a tiny bit. And then fly away. Okay. Good. All right. Bend your knees. Sit in your chair. Send your arms straight out in front of you. Left over right, legs. Right arm over left. Thumb to middle eye. See if you can squat a little bit. It's a little difficult balance maybe, yeah. And fly away. Okay, excellent. All right. So we're going to do one more pose, standing. And it's one we do just about every week in this class, and that is our warrior one. So come to stand in your mountain. Step your right leg back. So make sure your legs are in their own lane. Your back leg is at a slight angle. Come to Yoga Mudra behind you, your interlaced fingers, that's Yoga Mudra. And open up your heart. Remember that back bend, let it open now in warrior. A warrior needs a big, brave heart. And release it. And we're going to call upon our eagle eye, our eagle master, to have an eagle warrior. Send your arms straight out from your shoulders in the shape of a T. Right arm and left arm swing in front of you, right over left, come to your eagle arms. Try to get your elbows the same height as your shoulders. You're going to inhale, and then on an exhale, you're going to twist to the left in the direction of your bent knee. So you're twisting from your waist because your back leg is straight and strong. You're going to inhale to center, and then exhale all the way over to the open end and open up your wings. Come back to warrior one. Bring your arms down, step forward. Take a breath. Left leg goes back. Warrior one. Bring your arms back behind you, Yoga Mudra. Brave heart. Release, let's get our wings working. Let's call upon our eagle, Garuda. Left over right arm. Come to your eagle arms. Actually, this is said to be the beak of the eagle, but I like to see it as, I think of it as it is the beak, but also his wings. So inhale, exhale, twist in the direction of your bent knee. Back to center. Twist the opposite way. And open up those wings. Come back forward, step forward. Okay. You're going to make your way back down to your mat. So very slowly with bent knees, go slowly, bringing yourself all the way down. And when you get all the way down, you can take a blanket or a block, bring it alongside you. Soles of your feet are on the mat. You're going to push into your feet, lift your hips just enough to bring a blanket underneath your hips to support your hips, but also to give you a little height. So if you don't have anything, that's fine. You'll keep your hips down onto the mat. So if you have a blanket, it should be just below your waist. Your pelvis should be on the blanket. If you're on a block, it's the sacrum is right in the middle of the block. One leg goes up, the other leg goes up to reach for the ceiling. Your arms can come out from the shoulder sockets. It can go up overhead, back behind you, or you can have them relax alongside your body. We're allowing our heart rate to slow a bit now in this final pose. Draining excess fluids from our legs. Bend your knees, bring your feet to the mat. If you have something under your hips, lift them and slide it out and come to Shavasana. Your legs are just splayed open, your arms alongside your body, a little bit away from your body. Your arms are rotated so that your palms can be facing the sky. Feel your whole back body letting go to gravity, connecting with the earth. Take a breath, deep breath, beginning to reawaken your body. Wiggle your hands, your feet. Send your arms overhead, your feet away from you for a big stretch, big body stretch, like just waking up in the morning. Big, big stretch. Bring your knees into your chest, hug them, and roll from side to side. Come to center, and then roll over onto whichever side you prefer to come to a fetal position. And make your way up to sit. Bring your hands to your heart. And if you must leave us, you are not staying with us for meditation, I wish you a beautiful day. Namaste. If you are staying, get to your comfortable seat. Make sure a part of your body is grounded. So either you're sitting on the floor, or the soles of your feet are connecting to the earth. Close your eyes. Your hands will be on your laps, either hands, palms down or up. Follow your breath. Don't change it in any way. Don't deepen it. Just notice your breath, your life force, your prana. And during this meditation, if thoughts come to mind, just acknowledge them and return to your breath. And the image that we may have built in this practice, allow that image to gain your attention. There is an ancient Hawaiian meditation called Ho'oponopono. And it means, ho'o is to make, I make. Ponopono is right, to make right rightly. And it is a meditation of forgiveness. And the idea of it is that we send forgiveness to ourselves to help bring us back to the state, our original state, a state of pure love. And the ancient Hawaiians thought of this as a means to bring us back to the state of love and away from all the things that have gotten in our way, all the anger, the resentment, the fear, the things that have separated us, and to come back to our connectivity, our interconnectedness. The belief is also that when we forgive ourselves, because we are all connected, we are sending that forgiveness out to whoever may have caused any of the pain that resides inside of us. And so let's begin the prayer. I am sorry. I am sorry for the discomfort you are feeling. I am so sorry, dear body, for treating you without thought. I'm sorry for the anguish I have caused by focusing away from love. Please forgive me. Forgiving me for hurting you. Forgive me for not allowing you to let go, for taking your nature of love away from you. Please forgive me. I love you. I love you exactly as you are. I know you have to go through suffering, but I am helping you through it. I love you. I love you unconditionally. I want to bathe you in love. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to live this beautiful life. Thank you for my mobility and for allowing me to come deeply inside. Thank you for my strength. Thank you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Now, this time, as we go through the prayer, assign your own messages to each of these 4 sentences. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Bring your hands to your heart. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Know that every time you repeat that chant, that prayer, you are reiterating all the meaning that comes with each of them. Lift your head, open your eyes. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so very much for this time together.